Hi Tony, we've got your chassis and bits back from the sandblasters a couple of days ago, and we've done the various bits of repair that we had to do on the frame. We've replaced, there was one body mount, if you remember, had the stud that we had to cut, so we've taken that body mount off and replaced that with a new one, and that's round here, that's on the underside of there. And we've also, we noticed there was a lot of shale and whatnot underneath the gussets in the corner. I think before we had this sent this away, I said it looked a bit built up round there, so we've cut these gussets off and just dug out the sort of rusty shale that was in there and cleaned up the chassis. I mean, the chassis is absolutely fine, you know, all it was just a clean up exercise, and then we've welded those gussets back on, so that didn't take that long, and that's made a much nicer job, so that's all very good. Other than that, we're totally free of any problems, so we're just going to get this outside now and hang this up on the forklift and then blow all the sand and everything out, because they're pretty full when they come back. So we'll do that now and then get this into the paint shop tomorrow, so we can give it a couple of coats of primer and then satin. I've got your other bits in the paint shop now that I've already done. These are the bits that were sandblasted, and they've now had their coats of satin. I'm just going to give these a final coat of satin black shortly. And that's all in there. There's drive shafts and what have you. So yeah, that's all looking good, with various bits and pieces hung up, coil springs and pulleys and drive shaft bits and all sorts in there. So that's where we're at. We've had one problem with an A-arm. I noticed yesterday that this A-arm is all bent out here, so Christ knows what's happened there. So we're going to change that A-arm in its entirety for another one. That's the only surprise that we've had. I've also got your engine here, and we've taken the valve covers off, and I'll drop those into my guy to be polished. And we're just going to take the intake manifold off shortly, but before we do that, we're going to give the engine just a quick wire brush and clean, so we can give it a fresh coat of blue, so that when it goes back in, it all looks a bit fresher. And then, like I say, we'll take the intake manifold off. I'm also going to pull the transmission off and have a look at the flywheel, clutch and flywheel, while it's out as well, so see what we've got there, but I don't expect we're going to find anything untoward. So there you are, that's where we're at. So we'll press on now, get the sand knocked out of the chassis, so that tomorrow we can get it in the paint shop, like I say, and start the paint process. Way it's going, we should be able to be back on its wheels next week. So there you are, do a bit more as we go on.